whether you're somebody who likes Eugenia Cooney or you just simply don't like her or you just don't watch her, you have no idea who the hell she is, I think when you see her, everybody kind of pops the question, what happened? Why is she like this? Why is she so closed down in her content? She doesn't really open up about mental health or anything like that. Even though she has in the past, it's really not like something that she really does. She has been on this TikTok journey though recently where she has been trying to be positive, going to happy places, sharing some happy thoughts. But there's one thought that she shared on the internet a while ago that really shook me, and I want to talk about it today. Now, she went over an experience that she had when she was just 12 with a 30-year-old man that she had met on the internet on a Powerpuff Girl website. Now, the internet can be a fun place, but it can also be a very dangerous place, y'all, just because you have creeps who take advantage of creating fake profiles under fake ages, under fake names. They go to children's sites. There's children who use adult sites under fake accounts. And I just think that it can be a very dangerous mix, especially whenever you have these communities that are built for children who ends up getting these creeps and groomers and pedos in that community who attack these children and go after these children and get them to do inappropriate things that they really don't understand that they're doing. And I think when it happened to Eugenia Cooney during her Twitch era, whenever she did have mods who were pedos who were going after small children in her community, but she opened up about her own experience about being 12 and this 30-year-old man reaching out to her on a Powerpuff Girl website. And we're going to be getting into the video in just a minute, but the things that he had asked her to do is very disturbing, including saying that she was the best thing that has ever happened to him. And she did say he was 30 at the time, and he was saying I was the best thing that ever happened to him. He was asking for photos of her school and her school website. It's creepy, and let's just dive into it.
Like when I was really young, I didn't really realize it, but I used to go on like this Powerpuff Girls site, like it was like a forum or something like that. And there was this guy that would like message me stuff, and he would like beg me to send him like photos and things like that. He would like want to see like my school website and things like that. And sometimes when I would try to say no, this is like when I was really young, like he would be like, well, I really, like, you make me happy. Like, you're one of the only things in life that make me happy. And at the time, he was like, I think like 30 or something. Like, I don't know.
I've said this before, and I think that this is a popular but unpopular opinion because, like, it's really 50-50. And I see the internet divided over it all the damn time. I think that Deb is a shady-ass mother, and here is why. It's not just little... This isn't even a little situation, but it's not just the little situations, it's the big situations like this one. And like the fact that Eugenia had opened up in the past and said that when she was 16 years old, she was, in my opinion, assaulted because she was talking about meeting two guys by a poolside at a hotel that they were staying at. I can't remember where it was, but said that these two guys were drinking, ended up taking her back to the room, offering like, hey, do you want to go to this party with us? She went back to the room with them, and they both just started making out with her unwarranted. She said she didn't okay it. They just started kind of kissing her, and then her mom busted in the room, was like, okay, like, yeah, we're going. Missy, ma'am, you think that you would ask questions or find out what was really going on? Was your daughter getting assaulted just then, or is she just kind of getting into some frivolous shit? That's the best way I know how to put it. But I think that Deb has failed to see a lot of things and a lot of red flags. And the things that Eugenia says and talks about, like how she had once stated, she's scared of old men, she's freaked out by old men, Santa creeps her out because of sitting on the lap and stuff. And I think that there's all a darker undertone and message to it. But I want to continue with this video and just play y'all what Eugenia was talking about with the situation, because this man is highly, highly creepy.
And I was like, I think like 12. And I didn't know like what to do. So I sometimes like I didn't send him like inappropriate photos, but I sent him like photos of myself, and I sent him like my school website, and I sent him things like that. And at the time, I just really didn't like know any better. But the thing is, I don't blame the website for it. I don't blame the Powerpuff Girls site, you know. It's like the guy unfortunately used the site in the wrong way. And maybe he wasn't trying to, I don't know.
Now, I've had things that happened to me in the past that I know that they happen, but it's just something that's uncomfortable for me to talk about. It's not really the admitting it, it's just the talking about it, this happened, this is what it is. I think that Eugenia is having one of those moments because she's like, well, I don't know if he was really trying to use the website inappropriately or if that's just how he was coming off. Missy, ma'am, you know this is wrong. And she even says, like, yeah, like, it was really weird. Now, Eugenia has done her fair share of bad things on the internet, and I'm not here to defend her for any of those actions, but I am here to say that I think Missy Ma'am has dealt with a lot more trauma than what she speaks about or lets on, whether she has the ability to really voice how she felt about that trauma or even thoroughly put it down into thought or on paper form, what she went through to even express herself like that. I don't know. She's able or even wants to sit down and go over her trauma in the past that she has went through, but I think that would really benefit for her to actually go see a damn therapist and unload all this baggage that she's been carrying over her past, because some of the things that I have seen, especially her mom using her for fucking views. Her mom films her content 9 times out of 10 when they're out and about. Why is her mom filming upskirt shots of her daughter? And then I'm sure her mom watches her content online. I'm sure she sees the things that she's done. How has her mom not tried to get her therapy or not talk to her about, hey, like, I heard this happened, or like, hey, I thought this is what happened, but then I heard your take on it on the video when you talked about the guys in the hotel room. Are you okay? Like, do you need counseling? Like, do you want to go to therapy? Like, do you want to go get coffee? Like, we can talk about it. No, I think that her mom is really playing into this. Her daughter's getting money on the internet, so I'm going to help her and film her in promiscuous positions in really suspicious ways and let her post that for the views and content that she can just keep making money from online. There's this, before we even get back into Eugenia's video and her talking about what happened with her online, just because I'm thinking about her mom now, damn it. There's this video of when Eugenia and her mom, well, Eugenia did a full face of makeup, mom's makeup, and her mom decided to sit in during the video and kind of explain away her products and whatever. But she was being very shady to Eugenia.
It's the lighter one then, or you think I need more?
You don't have any redness,
Yeah, I don't think I do too much of that. Okay. So, where do you put it? Like, do you just use your finger again?
You just use your finger.
Okay.
And go wherever you have redness.
Okay,
which for me is my 2 cheek areas. So that's pretty much where I put it.
Got it.
On my cheeks.
So I guess I just do the same thing.
Same thing.
Wow, yeah, it's like legit green.
Yes.
Nice.
It's Halloween. Happy Halloween.
It is like Halloween.
Yeah.
How much do you need to put on to like...
Just cover the redness.
Okay. I guess my redness is gone, right? Yeah, yay.
Yeah, you. Yay, you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm applying it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
You got a little tinge of green.
Perfect. Just what I need.
She's so shady.
I gave you a new sponge.
I would cry if my mom
Because I don't think you want to use a person's sponge.
And do you wet it? Or like...
I usually wet it and then I put a little foundation on it.
Okay, so I should probably go wet it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you can just talk to Buzz.
Okay, I'll talk to Buzz.
Buzz is cool. Okay, I'll be right back.
I don't know about y'all, but the way that Deb has always acted with, like, interacted with Eugenia throughout the course of videos that I've seen, I've always found it super strange for a mother-daughter relationship.
But now looking back, I'm kind of like, it was kind of weird. So I mean, and it's okay. You know, it happened a long time ago. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm the victim here or anything like that. I'm just telling you guys about like a situation. I'm just trying to like get the idea across to you guys that like, there's gonna be some creepy people out there that might go on like sites where they might think like they could just like talk to people or things like that that might be made for like younger people. And people can sadly do that on like any one stream. They can do that on any website. They can do that on any YouTube video. Like, they can do that on anything.
That I just can't help but wonder is, okay, she was talking about how, or she's going to in a minute, talk about how she sent him a photo of her school website and sent him photos of herself, so he clearly knows who she is, and her area clearly has her name, so, you know, I'm sure that he ended up seeing her going into UNOW and stuff later on, and since he did prey on her when she was younger, I'm wondering what if he's somebody who ended up giving her, like, big donations whenever she started doing Twitch and UNOW and flashing people. Like, there's this moving makeup box theory. I don't know if I still have the video up again, but I might have to touch on it again, where she would go move her makeup box on a live stream, and as soon as she would bend down to pick up the box, she would get a bit, and she'd be like, oh, thanks for the bit. What happened? Y'all, I'm so embarrassed. I was looking down and I started to drool, And y'all know, like, when you start to draw, like, oh, like, you start to, like, shut your mouth and, like, try to suck it up and just, like, yeah, I just try to do that. And I don't know what I just sounded like, but I probably sound like, thanks for the... Y'all, I'm highly embarrassed, but I think I'm going to leave that in.
So the thing is, it's, like, it really just kind of comes down to, like, you know, internet safety. And hopefully if anyone does get in that situation, like, I just advise you guys to, like, block someone if they're making you uncomfortable. And not to feel like you have to send people photos you don't want to send, give them any info you don't want to send, or anything like that. And that's the thing, like 100%, it is not that forum's fault whatsoever. The forum didn't know what was going on. You know, it's not their fault. It's not. It's just that sadly some people use the internet in ways that they shouldn't be.
I just want to say real quick, if you guys ever see anything suspicious going on when it comes to either a forum, a Reddit post, a YouTube video, a TikTok video, on any website, if y'all see something shady going on, report the fuck out of it. Make it known that that is a shady situation. Expose the shit out of the accounts. Let it be known so that if there really is really suspicious shit going on that forum or website, it can get shut down, or they can work on moderating it, or they can work on fixing the issue so that they can actually protect the children better. Because if they don't know that there is shady shit going on the forum or their website, it's going to be hard to protect the kids so that this doesn't happen again. Because somebody else on that website, whoever victimized Eugenia Cooney when she was 12 years old, could easily still be out there doing it to other young girls on different platforms because he was never reported the first time doing it.
Thank you, Zyla. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Gabe Chan. I really appreciate that. Thank you. We really need to talk to younger people about standing up for themselves and keeping themselves safe. Never be afraid. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Dreams every time. And that's the thing. It's like, that's really why, like, it's like, I can just kind of like encourage you guys to, like, if you do receive anything like weird, definitely, like, you know, feel free to block that person and don't feel like you have to, like, give them any info that you don't want to give.
I've said this before and I stand by it. Y'all, if y'all hear like pitter patter in the background, I have a cat and he has zoomies right now, so just ignore that. But I think that toxic people really foster toxic spaces for people on the internet. So if you're a toxic content creator, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have toxic followers who are like egging on the toxicity. But then I think if you're a content creator and you've gone through something that you're vulnerable from, that you were vulnerable to in the past, that energy is going to kind of carry over to your content, like how it did with Eugenia's, where she just happened to her in the past and she was vulnerable to it, and she's still vulnerable to things happening to her. And a lot of kids now, were, and then during her Twitch era, were really affected by predatory people in that community, which is something that she unfortunately fostered. Now, this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, and you know what, I'll take any slack that y'all give me for it, but this is just my thoughts and opinions. I think that any website, especially one that has minors on it mixed with adults, there needs to be bots who read the private messages, who keeps up with certain accounts, like every account, just to see if there is any type of predatory behavior going on in that community or going on that website. Just simply because, like I said, and like she just said, a lot of the times it doesn't happen on live stream. It doesn't happen in community chats. It happens in personal and private DMs. And I know what you're thinking. That's a huge invasion of privacy. But y'all, Facebook does it. Facebook keeps up with every one of our conversations that we have in private messages and have all those receipts backed up in their database. I think that it would just be a safe thing to do, especially for the minors of the community. And again, you can't tell people's ages. They can create an account and say they could be 12 and create an account and say they're 21. And it happens a lot, but I do think that there should be some type of bot moderating private DMs. And oh my God, I'm going to get so much slack for this, but just please hear me out. Again, a lot of this stuff happens in private DM messages, and nobody's going to know about it, not even the platform themselves, not the police or anybody, because 9 times out of 10, it's not getting reported. Mostly people would just block the person after the abuse or harassment continues for a certain amount of time. And I just don't think that it's safe. There's a lot of fucking creeps out there, and I've seen it firsthand covering certain stories, and actually talked to a victim who was in Eugenia Cooney's Twitch community, who did come across a groomer and unfortunately had really vile exchanges with this person, and was being blackmailed and threatened by this person. And I was going to make a video about it, but at the end of the day, that's her personal story. And I switched the thought in my head around a lot and how I was going to edit and upload the video. And every time I didn't even open the file up after we had talked and recorded everything, because I was uncomfortable with it. At the end of the day, it wasn't my story to tell. It really wasn't. And if she wanted to voice her opinion, which she said she did, and she was comfortable using me to put her story out there, but at the end of the day, I just wasn't comfortable with it, because that's somebody's trauma, you know? And I just think that, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of slack for the ending of this anyway. So I'm going to wrap it up, but I'll catch y'all in the next video.